Korea is here, Cyrus. How do you spell your name?
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
I'm Safira.
I'm Darius.
And I'm Masood.
Cyrus was born in 2004, and he was born extremely premature. He spent approximately 6 months in the NICU. He only weighed a pound when he was born, and we didn't know if he was going to make it or not make it. He was such a fighter. We just had to rely on our faith to get us through that whole experience. And through that faith, we met some really incredible neonatal nurses, neonatologists. We were almost grateful for the whole experience because we met so many caring, wonderful people that we might not have ever met otherwise. Because of his developmental delays and how premature he was, and then he eventually got the diagnosis of autism, we just learned how to not make comparisons with other kids his own age, because he already proved himself in so many different ways. I mean, he already met so many challenges and overcame so many obstacles that we had to let go of the person we thought he was going to become and embrace the person who he was meant to be. Then it really opened up doors to a lot of different amazing abilities and talents that he has. He likes to run track with Special Olympics. That keeps him fairly busy. Cyrus is involved with St. Matrona, which is our special needs church youth group. And we meet once a month on Sundays. Then we do some field trips, some activities outside of church as well.
Plays piano.
Yeah, he loves music.
Real,
Music is
laid back kid. His nature is real laid back. He's a real sweet kid.
And he has full hat.
Yeah, he loves hats. He's a hat guy.
He's just like everyone else. Like, he does like normal teenager stuff.
He performs in the high school marching band. His love of music is just contagious. One of my goals for him was to continue to find opportunities for inclusion. You know, somebody will say, "Oh, that's so great that he does the marching band activities through school." That didn't happen overnight. It started off with open dialogue, meeting with the educators at school and the band director, and asking, just asking, how can we include him in this activity? Because music is so important to him. And what's the best way to include him? There's a lot of opportunities out there. You just have to be able to start the dialogue and have realistic expectations, and then setting him up for success. Don't put him in certain situations where it's not maybe the best fit for him. And so it's just kind of trying to foster his independence as much as possible. Just pairing him up with buddies. I've met some really nice college students that are actually studying special education at Ohio State, and so they look for volunteer opportunities. Actually, he likes it when other people take him places because he feels like he can be a little bit more independent, and it becomes a blessing for other people as well. I got a beautiful email from the marching band director's wife after the halftime show, and she said that she was so touched by watching him and how she was having a rough day that day, and she said special people come into your life just at the right time, and for her that was him at that halftime show. And I thought, you never know how God's going to use people to touch people in different ways.
He's a kid that puts everything in perspective.
Yeah, he puts everything into perspective. He's just who he is. So I think even like sometimes at the festival, if people get a little stage fright performing, and then they see Cyrus just go out there and just be himself and express himself and have a good time, and that's what life's all about. I think there's a lot to be learned from these kids, and I think be who you are, who you're meant to be. We all have something, if we don't have it now, we might have it later on in life. So there's a lot to be learned, and I love that he goes out there and he just shows who he is. I think that's what touches people the most.